Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Green Hell with Gazbeard, and we're at the drugs lab, which if you're interested is located at 50 West 27 South. We're about to create something that we can use as a save point, and we're about to loot the place. I'll probably spend, I would have thought, 2 nights here. So, first things first, let's... Now I normally put a roof over this area because it's inconspicuous, it's central within the building structures, and it's difficult for the natives to get in and wreck it. But it's also a pain in the ass to put a fire in here. And I'm wondering about the wisdom of putting it down over here in this area. It may well prove better, although any fire would be less shielded. So no, let's stay here. Open the notebook, go to structures, and we want timber frame. Where are we going to put it? Come on. That'll do. It's not exactly where I would have wanted it, but it will do. Right. Now we need to get some logs, and I'm thinking the best trees to log are going to be round here on the road. Oops, get up. We need to get the structure into place first, because we desperately need somewhere to save. Let's just clear ourselves a path through this foliage. Where are you?
Damn it!
Christ, there's a bunch of them. Didn't hear them coming in. We get in the building, and I'm going to be low on arrows. Need to watch for them coming in there. Oh dear, right, wow. This is unexpected. Didn't hear them at all. Yeah. Can I get my arrow back, please? Without getting shot? Might have to wait until we've killed your mates. I just saw you there. I see you, asshole. We may get a shot down through here. There's 2 arrows into him, he's not going to live. And he's down. Right, there's one more. At least one more. Our energy's dropping. I mean, I could sleep and force him to go away, but there's no guarantee it will. It usually works, but not always. Our health is reasonable. We don't have to apply any dressings. Got the blueprint for the water collector. But we do need to get water collected. So what I'm going to do... What was that I just saw? Was that just sticks? I think it was. So what I'm going to do is pick up that pot. I can't. Okay, we drop that on there. Now we can take that pot. This is not the way that I wanted to loot this place at all, but we do need to get water made. And if we put that pot under there, it'll collect water. Ouch!
Fuck off me!
Said there was at least one more, didn't I? We need to check our injuries. Oh, bloody leeches, get off. No, we don't have injuries, but we do need to... That sounds like he's just died. Yeah, he's just died down there. Okay. Right, let's get this one harvested. There's my arrow. Destroy the human meat. We don't want to eat it. And my telephone's ringing. So bear with me a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that interruption, and in fact it was a much bigger interruption than expected, because what you're seeing now was actually recorded about an hour and a half's gameplay after the pause for that telephone call. Yes, you heard me right. About an hour and a half's gameplay after that pause for the telephone call. I resumed play, resumed recording, believed I'd hit the record button, and obviously it had not taken, and so the remainder of the episode that started this video, and all of the episode that came after it, and all of the episode that came after that was not recording. I've no idea what happened. I think basically my brain farted, my ears popped and my eyes watered, and I didn't notice on the stream deck that the record button was not activated. So what we're going to have to do, we've got a few minutes of this, which is the sort of gameplay that I would normally do between episodes, just to clear up admin tasks and to get everything lined up and ready for the next episode. And then I'm going to record some special footage to finish off this episode. And you'll see what I mean when we get to the end of this bit. But here's a question for you. Would you prefer shorter episodes? Would you prefer it to be, you know, sort of 15 minutes or at least under 20 minutes? Or do you prefer the 30-minute, give or take a few minutes, format? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you prefer shorter videos? Would you prefer more heavily edited videos? Would you prefer that I keep the longer format and don't edit out any of the gameplay? I'd be interested to know, and it's one of those questions that very few people have hinted at in the comments on my channel. So I'm basically just faffing around here waiting for night time to disappear, because we've got some harvesting to do, and you can see that I've finished building that roof to give me a save point, and that I've left various sticks and resources lying around. So obviously quite a bit of harvesting was going on, and from the state of the backpack you could see that I'd collected up the tins of food and the packets of snacks and all of that sort of stuff to prepare for moving on. But you also notice that the armor on my right arm is pretty much destroyed. It's pretty much wiped out and needs replaced. So that's going to have to get done before we move on away from here, because you never know what we're going to encounter when we do move away. We've also got to refill our bidons, collect up the cook pot and the other bits and pieces that we get around here. At the minute I'm using the cook pot to collect water in the water collector, because it's got the highest capacity of any of the containers that I've got. I'm not sure if I harvest these bandages or not. I can't remember what was involved in this bit of gameplay, because I actually recorded this about a week ago from when I'm doing this narration. And I was expecting that this would have been the episode for tomorrow, Friday, and it would have been a full episode. It's not. It's just a snippet of gameplay from between episodes. I've no idea why I'm making additional arrows here. I don't really need them. I've got 15 in the backpack, which is all I need. In fact, that brought us up to 15. That's okay. These are, as I said, these are all little tasks that I do between episodes, just so that I don't have to keep repeating them in the gameplay that I show you. Things like the materials harvesting, the loot gathering, all of that sort of stuff, unless the loot's in an unusual location that you might not guess first time, in which case I'll show it on the video. Otherwise I do it between episodes, just so that you don't get bored. Now, there is something interesting that's going to kick up in a moment or two. Just checking the state of the backpack. We need to start building a stockpile of sticks. I do know that much. We've got a coconut lying there which can stay put. There's a long stick under that tree as well. Let's just fill up the backpack with sticks and then drop them on the ground in a stockpile, I think is what I was aiming at here. I've not watched this bit through. I'm just trying to remember what I was doing and guess it from the gameplay on screen. I'm looking for something and I'm not sure what I was looking for at this point. Unless I was looking for some nuts, because there is a nut tree there and there are some nuts on the ground. Piggy, go away. Cleaning up the area with all these dropped palm fronds. Collecting more rope. Almost full on rope. I see, I'm looking for more sticks is what I'm doing at this point. Like I said, refilling resources. Getting myself lost. I'm heading into the plantation there, which is not what I intend to doing. Right, let's drop a pile of sticks near the fire, or rather here. Yeah, okay, let's make a small stick holder. Makes it easier to drop them off and pick them up. Now that's one that we're looking for. This is also a good location to put your stick holders because of those square logs that are sticking out. It means that you're not actually narrowing the passageway because it's already constrained by those beams. Don't daylight arrives, we probably need a drink, and then we can get out. There is a machete up there on those planks. There it is. And I would normally pick it up and carry it round in the backpack at this point, but I'm carrying weapons right now, just in case, because the locals have been a bit active round here. Yeah, there's a full tribe down there. That whoop 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 noise they're making is one way of announcing, so they're quite spread out. It looks to be two separate groups. So if we've got two tribes coming in, then this could turn into quite a heavy battle. So a quick save point before we go any further. And how am I going to handle this? Yeah. Right, if there's two tribes coming in, there's potentially up to 10 of them out there. Okay, right, after the complete mess up of the recordings, as explained earlier in the video, we're now back on live recording, and I've just checked my second screen and verified we are in fact recording. So, how are we going to deal with these natives? Well, one of the things that we've shown is that we do need to be close to our buildings in order to deal with them, because they appear to not come into the buildings. And in fact, are they still here? Perhaps saving the game and exiting and then reloading it back in. That bunch down there is still here. So let's just put an arrow at them. That missed him. That looks like it's only one guy. And he ran up this way. There he is. That was a good shot. He's got one in the ass there. That's not where I shot him. So did somebody else help me out there? Have I got a man Friday hidden in the bushes? I think he may well be alone. I think the others may have disappeared off. So let's just very quickly do the business with him. Oops. No, get rid of that. Get my arrow back. Looks like it was only the one arrow. His bone blade and his bow is there. We'll leave that there until we know the area is clear. Let's just get back in the building and destroy his meat, because we don't want that. Human meat, destroy. Human meat, destroy. 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 Gets us back down to a decent weight. Let's just check our stats. Could do with a bit of carbs, and we could definitely do with a drink. We don't have any carbs on us. I'm just waiting to see if he's alone or not. I have a feeling he was. So let's go drop the bones and feathers over here. Get in there, go on. In there. Bones. Oh, too far. Doesn't really matter, I mean, it's just a general bone repository. Archaeologists will have fun with it in 1,000 years' time. Drop those feathers here. Right, we need a drink. So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to ensure the area is clear. Those are still dry. Of course, it hasn't rained. We do need to wash though. We can't eat anything at the moment. We are so dirty. So we need to get down to the river and get a wash, which is fine because down here, of course, was where I fired that first arrow. We only got one back when we harvested him. So that means my other arrow is going to be down here somewhere. Let's just watch for any more natives, because we did see 5 of them down here. There was 2 over here. There was 2 over there on the far shore. And there was another one away up there. But they were so split up that they did look like it was multiple groups, which is why I said a few minutes ago in the video that it was possible there was up to 10 of them, because you can, when they come in, there's either 1 or 2 of them, or a group of 3 or a group of 5. Sometimes you do get a group of 4, but it's not very often. So my arrow came down here somewhere. He was standing next to this log when I fired it, and I don't see it. Looks like we may have lost that arrow. So we'll have to make another one to replace it. We were getting ready to just get a wash and get fed and then move on, but it's probably a bit late in the day now for doing that. What I do want to very quickly verify, because I can't remember, that's dried meat, that's dried stingray, so we have got a dryer set out somewhere. Maybe that's what he was destroying when we heard him out here. There's just a stick there. There's no dryer there. Oh, there's my missing arrow. So it looks like that shot missed him, and the one where the arrow was sticking out of his butt is the one that hit him down by the river. Okay, now his bow will be 100%, yep, and his knife's 100%. Our bow's at 99, our knife's at 100, but nevertheless, what I think I will do is I will drop them in here. We've already got 2 bows and 2 knives in here. So drop that knife there. Oh, that was a tribal spear. Well, that spear's at 75%. Drop that again in a minute. Drop the bow there. And the spear wants to go. They're both at 75%. Right, so we'll leave that one there. Oh, we might as well take them feathers, put them with all the others, keep them all in one place. Quickly grab that bow and that knife, duck back in here, put them in the right positions on our backpack. The knife goes there, the bow stays in number 3. We'll move the axe to number 2. We'll go get that machete. Right, and before we drop the feathers, we'll just check how many arrows do we actually have. We've got 14, so we need to make one. Have we got a thin stick on us? We haven't. It's no problem. There'll be one round here. We'll just take one off there. So, craft, craft, craft. Puts us back on 15 arrows. Drop all these feathers off in here, then they're all in the same place. Now, I've got a stingray sting there. I've not found a use for it yet, so if you know what the use for it is, then please do say so in the comments. Give me a clue what it's for, because I've got no idea. And I can't find anything on the wiki about it either. So if you know what it's used for, then let me know. I'll be very grateful for that, and it'll let me make use of it. We'll just put that stick on the fire for now. Hydration seems to be our main problem right now, and also carbs. Now we should be able to get plenty of bananas around here. And for now I'm just leaving this pot collecting water for us. One of the things I want to do, apart from picking up sticks, is through here at the because I can't remember if I've got the blueprint for it or not. There it is. New entry killer trap. I knew I hadn't got that yet, or I believed I hadn't got it yet. So let's just arm that. That might get us a piggy before we move on. The other thing is I can hear it. I can't see it though. There's usually a rattlesnake lives around here somewhere. So what I'm going to do, let's have the axe out. Let's have some of these bushes down. Let's just make this area a little bit more open. I do want to get moved on from here as quickly as we can. I still can't see that rattlesnake, and he does live in this area here somewhere. Is that him under there? I can't tell. I think that's the white mushroom. I still don't see him. Yeah, that's definitely the white mushroom. If we open up this area, it'll we don't need to put leaf piles on here. I've caught piggies without doing it, but just to save space in the backpack a little bit, we'll do that. Now, I'm quite willing to keep clearing these bushes to create a path sure I can hear him. Right, we're now overloaded. So if we go and drop those leaves off and come back. Keeping a careful eye open for this snake. Because the last thing we want right now is a snake bite, which is going to delay our plans for moving on. So we'll drop the bunches of leaves here and let them dry out here to create a stockpile of whoops, that's not what I wanted. We've got 6 leaf piles, that's fine. Right. Means we'll have a supply of dried leaves when we come back here, because they'll have rotted down by then. It's getting late in the day. We still haven't got any carbs and we're filthy again. So let's try and get a few bananas from somewhere. Any more nuts would be appreciated as well, because we're going to need them when it's time to move on. Oh, there's some fruits there. We'll have them. They'll help our hydration. No nuts there? No. Of course, there might have been no snake in among those plantation bushes, because I might have killed him during the bit that failed to record. I'm saying failed to record. That for some reason I did not record. Let's put it that way. Let's keep the blame on me. Entirely my fault. Yeah, we heard you, piggy. There's bananas there. That's good. Only a couple though. Could have done with more. There's another banana tree there, but there's no bananas on it. Okay, let's go get a wash. And then we can eat those carbs and get a hydration, and by then it'll be bedtime, and that'll be our clue to be ready to move on. There's quite a few sticks yet. Right, we're full on those. Let's just harvest those. It might fill us up on thins. One more thin and we're full. That's the plantation. You're going the wrong way, guys. I don't hear the locals. So, I don't know whether that's a glitch, a bug, or an intended mechanic that when you come across a big bunch of locals, like we did earlier, if you then save and exit the game, when you restart, they're not there. I wonder if they really are that randomly generated that a save and exit will remove them. Because if that's the case, then either the devs need to do something about it, or if it's intended, for example, as an assist to new players, then it's really something that they should let us know about in the discussions on Steam or on their own forums. Right, we don't need to cook anything, so we can actually let the fire go out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep it burning all night. We're not going to need a huge amount of sticks to do that. It only needs about half a fire to burn all night, or just over a half a fire, I should say. Yeah, that'll do. We don't want to be carrying sticks when we move on, because we're going to have the weight of the cook pot to deal with. So that's not how you do it, guys. That's how you do it. And I just want to leave a small stock of sticks here for when we come back, so that at least we've got some here ready. Same with the ropes. We don't need to be carrying all of those ropes with us. Keep 2 on us, that'll do. We'll leave all those feathers and stuff. I might take a couple of bones with me and some of the tin cans. Depends what weight we've got when it's time to move on, and it's definitely dark now. So what I want to do is get a drink, leave that to refill overnight. We'll take those with us. I'm going to eat up those carbs and things that we've got, and then we'll get a night's sleep. So where are we? In there, right. Eat that fruit, eat that fruit, eat that fruit, eat the banana. How we doing? Full on carbs, not full on water. If we eat one of those heavy bits of peccary meat, a little bit of more fats, we'll eat one of these nuts. That's 1 day 2 hours, 1 day 2. Yeah, so we just eat that one for the sake of eating it. I might put some empty cans in there. No, we'll keep those like that. Right, that's it. Like that. Sure, we found another bottle of painkillers. Not that I've ever used painkillers in this game, but you never know, there may come a point where we have to, and 2 bottles is always better than 1. We've got a leech, damn it. We need to check the state of our armor. Ah, there we go. Right, that's the leeches dealt with. Show the armor. 26% on that leg, 16 on that leg, 29, 33. So we could actually benefit from making new armor before we move on. So on that basis, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly get another drink to try and top us up a bit more. Just check our stats. Yeah, water's still an issue. Let's get a night's sleep. Waking up just before dawn, and then we'll save it there, and that'll be the end of this episode, which has actually turned out longer than I wanted, but it kind of threw me. That's a plank. It kind of threw me that the natives weren't there when we loaded back in. Right, so that's that there. I'm going to pause it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being with us. We've got more than enough bones to make another set of armour. I might go and get another armadillo shell. Use the armadillo shells on my arms and the bones on my legs. But that'll be the next episode. So, I'm a Gazbeard. Let me know, would you prefer shorter videos? Would you prefer more heavily edited videos? cutting out all of the routine parts of the gameplay. Which do you prefer, or do you like this fuller length with everything shown format? Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. This is Gazbeard in Green Hell. As always from me, it's not goodbye, it's just bye for now.